Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jack here. Now today's video is going to be a very important one as usual. Today we're going to be talking about trademarks and why it is very important for your Amazon listing, your Amazon brand. If you want to get serious about selling on Amazon, if you're getting started, if you're in the midst of Amazon, this is stuff you need to know about trademarking your brand on Amazon, how it can help with things like hijackers and solidifying your brand on Amazon, giving you more options for advertising on Amazon. We're going to go through a whole bunch of this stuff because it's very important when it comes to Amazon Australia to trademark your brand, and I'll show you guys how I did it as well, show you guys how simple it is, the cost, how long it takes, what you should do before, in the midst, and after your trademarks, pretty much everything you need to know about the basics of trademarking, your Amazon brand, your logo, whatever you want to do. So apart from that, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's a very short intro because you're going to learn all about it in the video. So if you have any questions, comment below or send me a DM. I've got all the links to all my socials down below as well. If you are interested in selling on Amazon, and you are interested in finding a product and getting it launched and doing everything, all the step-by-step stuff, I do have a course, how to sell on Amazon Australia. Got about 15 to 20 spots left before the price goes back up. So if you are interested in that, it's a link down below. I do have student success stories and posts on my Instagram as well. So you can go ahead and check out my Instagram bio if you want to see if the Amazon stuff actually works, if my course is actually, for real, and, it actually, the stuff in it actually works. Do have validation for you for that, so you can go and check out my stuff on Instagram, even on the Facebook groups. I'm in my private Facebook groups as well. You can go and check that out, or DM me myself. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. But apart from that, guys, I hope that you guys enjoy this video. See you guys very soon. Just before we get into some examples of how you can use your trademark to your advantage when registering your brand on Amazon, this is the site that I personally use. Now, I did it because I only needed to do a brand name, and it was pretty much the cheapest method. Now, whatever route you go, whether you do it on a website like this, because websites like this have a direct link to the Australian intellectual property sort of servers or gateway, whatever you want to call it. So you can do it through them, and it'll register through the government anyway. Otherwise, you can go straight to the government website. I think the pricing is around the same thing, but I like this method here because it's a very easy application, and I knew what I wanted, so it was very easy to do. I knew the brand name, whatever I wanted to do. So all I did was I went to Legal Now, Company Registration Australia. So you can register a company through these guys. Otherwise, you can just do a trademark application. So I just went and started my trademark application. Now, before you do this, please just double check. Go onto the IP Australia website, and so the IP government website for Australia, and make sure to search for your name, for the name that you want to register a trademark with, your brand name. Before you do any of this, make sure you do that. And if you want to do a logo, make sure you search for the logo as well. So you can actually do a search on there for free on the IP website, just to make sure that no one has an active application on that trademark already. So make sure you do that, just to save yourself the hassle. So I just went ahead and hit the start trademark application. It's very easy. All you're doing now, I'll just click into it just to give you guys a bit of an example. So all you do is you put in your trademark name. So you can do a word, or you can do a logo or image if you want. So if you want to do a brand name, you do a word. And then you can just put spaces in between. Let's just say, for instance, if we did like coffee lover, if we're selling coffee products, on Amazon Australia, we just do coffee lover. Type that in, continue. Does a bit about your business as well. So you choose basically what areas you want. Now, in terms of selling on Amazon, it doesn't have like e-commerce as like an area. It doesn't have like online sales or anything. So the closest you probably get to that is maybe retail or sales or anything like that. Get it as close as you can. You can do multiple areas if you want. I did 2 for mine, for the brand that I was registering. And then pretty much on the page after that, you put in your personal details or whatever. And then on the page after that, you just go to the payment. And it's $250 for the base. Now, if you want someone to help you out, like a professional help you out, it's an extra $250, and there's a couple of extras that you can add on if you need them. I only needed the base stuff because I knew what I wanted. I knew that my name wasn't taken, so I just did $250. Now, like I said in the intro of this video, usually takes 7.5 months. I double check this. with other sellers. I double checked this on the government website. There's really no way around that. Not much you can do about that, unfortunately. So it's 7.5 months. So the quicker you do it, if you are, keen on your brand name, if you know that that's the brand name that you want and you want to register it, go ahead and do it as soon as possible. It'll save you time, in the long run, obviously. So I'm going to get into reasons as to why it's good to register a brand. Now, first of all, it can help with your Amazon sales. Now, a number of reasons for this is you can actually enroll your brand into Amazon. So you can do stuff like adding in videos to your listing instead of just photos. So you can actually register your brand. Now, that's why it is required to have a trademark, because you actually need to be a registered brand, have a registered trademark to be able to do this. Do things like add video to your listing, and you can actually register your brand onto Amazon, and it is so powerful, especially for Amazon Australia. So not only can you put videos in your listing to actually show how the product works, it's got a little rundown of what you can do for that here, but just to give you an instance, so I'm on Amazon Australia here, so I searched up Jade Roller. Now this is so powerful. So this person here, so Makua, they have registered their brand. So they've obviously got a trademark on theirs, so they registered their brand through Amazon, and it is so powerful. So all I did was type in Jade Roller and hit search, and their whole brand comes up. So obviously they've got a couple of products here, but that is so powerful because you are the top of the list if you've registered your brand and you are solidifying your name there already. So all I did was type in Jade Roller. So I'm going to do it again. So we're going to go back, type in Jade Roller, and then hit enter just to show you guys. And they're the first ones that come up. This brand is the first one to come up. That is so powerful. You can actually go onto their shop and search their products. That is a very powerful tool to have in solidifying your brand. So another reason as well, and this is something I've run into with my students personally, is to save any troubles with hijackers on your listing. So what a hijacker is basically, let's just say, so I use this pet grooming glove as a reference. So hijackers, what they basically do is they go onto your listing. This is another reason why you need a brand, why you need a logo on your product. This is why I suggest private labeling, is so if you have a logo on your product, now these guys show it here on the packaging, but it's not so present on here. So basically what hijackers do is they come onto your listing and they basically come at a lower price. So you can see here these guys have it for $8.52. I'm guessing they sold it over $10 at the start. Now, let's just say, so if you've got on the right hand side here, they've got the buy box, which means that if you click buy it now, so actually by the looks of it, so they don't have the buy box. So this is the reason why, this is exactly the reason why. So this is being sold by Delomo, but if you go ahead and hit buy now, you won't be buying it from them. You'll be buying it from this guy here, Noripu, or whatever his name is, whatever that seller name is. That's because they've come in at a lower price, and pretty much the lowest price wins in that sense. So, and you can see here, this is how many people are selling this. 19 new from $6.99. So someone has it at an even lower price they're selling. So I'm guessing this is this guy here selling at $6.99. They have the buy box. So even though this Delomo guy has it, physically what the buyer has to do if they want to buy it from this seller is they're going to have to go through and find Delomo in these sellers. So the reason that they've done that this has been a problem for them is probably two main reasons, most likely. One, they haven't dealt with these hijackers, and two, they don't have a strong brand, they don't have their brand trademark. Now, for this seller here, so I'll just show you guys an instance of this, of where Trademark works really well. So this here, so they've got it for $33. Buy now, it's being sold by their brand. They don't have anyone else selling this. Now, if someone was to come onto this listing, come in at a lower price, and sell the exact same product, they won't be able to, because one, it's branded, and two, they've got a trademark on it. So they can legally send, a cease and desist letter. They can, actually legally take them off Amazon for selling their product, because it's trademarked. That whole logo, that brand is trademarked. No other sellers can touch it. That is a very powerful thing. Now with this one here, for instance, there's, they might have a brand name on it. They might be able to send cease and desist letters, to anyone who's trying to sell it. So that's why it's still, what I would do while you're getting it trademarked, while you're waiting for this trademark to actually go through. Like I said before, it takes 7.5 months. Best thing to do is, that's why I always suggest having a strong brand name, having a strong logo. Make sure, if you can, make sure it's on both the packaging and the product, because basically, what people will be doing is they'll be trying to sell your product, but if they don't have your same brand name, your same logo on there, you can send them a cease and desist letter, and you can get in contact with Amazon and ask them to, either get in contact with them, with the other seller, to remove their listing. But when you contact Amazon, what you want to do is you want to frame it in the sense that these other sellers are going to be affecting the customers, going to be giving them counterfeit products. Because if you don't do that and you just say, oh, they're taking away my sales, Amazon won't care. They don't care about competition in sales. They care about the customer. So you have to frame it in a way that the customers are getting counterfeit products. They're not getting the genuine brand product. And that's how you'd have to frame it, because Amazon don't care about sales and competition. They'll just go to anyone who's getting the most sales. That's what you have to remember. So that's why it's so important to really solidify your brand in this sense. And that's why trademarks are important, and registering your brand on Amazon is important. So I'm going to leave this video here. I know it's not the longest video, but hopefully I explained this in depth enough. As you can see up here, I don't have a charger on my laptop and it's about to go flat. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this brought you a lot of value. So remember, guys, just go to this here if you are looking at it. Now, if you're not sure about what brand name to register, what I would do first, this is pretty much when you've solidified your brand and you're starting to get sales. That's when I would trademark your product. Now, if you're just in the midst of growing your sales and starting to get the product up and running, don't worry about it just yet. I would only trademark if you know that the product is good and you want to stick with that brand name. Go ahead and trademark it then. Then you can start, in the midst of that, while you're waiting, if you do get people, come and try and hijack your listing and sell yours at a lower price to win that buy box, then that's when you can message them, cease and desist letter. Go ahead and Google what to put in your cease and desist letter. There's heaps of people out there, heaps of forums that show you what to do. But that should tide you over for now. I have students that are in the same predicament. They've had to contact those sellers. They've had to lower their price for a little bit, but contact the sellers, get in contact with Amazon. And, it can be a bit frustrating at times, but that's why, if you are keen on that brand and you are keen on that product, that's why you should trademark it ASAP. Apart from that, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying your day. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this. I'll see you guys in the next one.